This is the Tau o Runga, one of Tonga's most recognisable dances, usually performed at events by young women either solo or in a large group. And while Tongans are proud of their cultural heritage, it's been pointed out.
This Tawalunga dance of Tonga was adopted from Samoa many centuries ago.
I'll leave it there, but again, you can hop on ABC News Australia and just search on YouTube, where does Tonga's most recognisable dance really come from? You watched the docu, what's your thoughts?
Yep. I don't think there was anything bad about it. It was just acknowledging where it was from. But in saying that, like, Tongans have made it their own. You know, there's heaps of different variations now. I think Queen Salote made some changes to it. What do you call it? Like, she restricted the movement in the Tongan one. So if you watch the documentary, she was talking about it. How the Tongan one tends not to glide across.
It's very subtle way.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
Very still as well. So in Samoa, the Samoa one we glide, and they call it se. And
that's when the feet
and like you maintain the head height, so it just glides. You know, so but a lot of our Pacific history is like that. You know, a lot of it's shared. In some places it's lost. And so I don't think it's a flex to try and say, it's from where we are, because sometimes it's only traced back to, like, say, Samoa, for example, like tattooing, simply because it survived in Samoa. You know what I mean? And especially in the past, where Samoa and Tonga are not different, it's just the same people, same culture. We never viewed each other as different. So it's not like Samoans are going to try and say, this is from us. No, it's not about that.
We've talked about this on the podcast so much, but about colonization and the effects of it on our culture. And one of the points that were brought up by, I don't have the wonderful lady's name, the Tongan teacher, who trains this craft over in Tonga, and I think Australia as well. But she talked about how a lot of this was restricted, and most parts of it were taken away due to Christian missionaries. And just it's becomes more interesting for me when it's coming from elders in our community.
Right.
They recognize it, because I think sometimes our people are very proud and very stubborn, and we tend to kind of discard anything to do with the faith of our people. And so I guess your thoughts on this, because you've touched points on tattoo being taken away from us, our language being taken away from us, and then even dance, where Tongans, it kind of feels like they've had to rebuild it.
Yes. And a lot of the dance all around the Pacific was banned, banned in the Leeward Island codes, banned in the Blue codes in the Cook Islands. Dancing was banned everywhere. The Po Siva in Samoa, the night dancing was banned. And it hasn't even come back. There's no more night dancing.
What's the night dancing?
Dancing at night.
Wait, so just dancing, it wasn't a specific dance?
Siva, and like what she said, she brought up the ula. The ula was really sexually suggestive. Well, that's how the missionaries perceived it. The swaying of the hips, the ula in Tonga, which is the hula, right? Yeah. Which is the hula in Hawaii.
Right, so did Samoa and Tonga have a hula?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and that's what she's talking about. For example, the ula is what she talks about. So there was like a compromise with a lot of things. So things were either banned or, okay, you can do this, but not this. Yeah, or change it a little bit. Okay, so like, for example, there's ones like flowers. Flowers were banned in the Cook Islands. But if you wore the flowers to a church service, it's all right. But you're not allowed to wear it. So that's what I mean by compromise. Like, this Siva is banned unless you do it at church or whatever. It's part of a Christian celebration, then it'll be okay. Right. So, it's just so many things were banned. And the ula, for example, so Balangi comes over and finds things sexually suggestive. So it's banned because of how they view things. And so, like you said, this was like trying to rebuild it, trying to enable it to survive. So they have to change it a bit. Otherwise, they'll completely lose it. So it makes you wonder about the dances that were banned.
There must be so many.
Absolutely. And a lot of dance is not like nowadays dances is just right. There's no meaning, but dances.
Can you do that again for? So we can clip it.
But it'll look good. Clip this. It'll look good if there was 4 other people doing it. So clip 4 of me and do it. I bet it'll look good. But like the old dances were recipes. The old dances.
Recipes?
Yeah. So the old dances were cultural practices. So there were dances on how to weave.
Oh yeah.
There were dances on how to build sails. So you do all this stuff.
That's interesting because that speaks to our oral tradition.
Right.
So rather than write it down, we're gonna move,
Yes.
and this is the.
We're gonna move and sing it.
And
that's why they always look for children. This was the most important child who was musical.
Right.
Okay, because they can keep rhythm, means you can keep song. When you can keep song, you can keep history, you can keep recipes, you can keep cultural practices. And so the old music and dances had information in it, right? So when you ban that music and you ban that dance, you ban that information about culture.
Yeah.
So surfing songs were banned, for example, and songs included which waves to catch, how to build the surfboard. They were all in songs. And we all know, like, we can remember songs that we sung like 20 years ago, right? And just out of it being music. So
that's so interesting.
Yeah,
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, so a dance back then wasn't just random movements that we did together. Everything had a meaning. So
It was education.
it was education. You know,
It's
this
storytelling.
all of
Yeah.
that, the history books, the ngafa.
Yeah.
You know, your ancestors was a song, all right? And you know, and you remember that, you chant that and all of that. Dances were the same, you know, how to move, what plants to pick, like how to pick it. You know, wave currents. This is the wind and this is the wave current. Like, it was all information. So that's why they were banned. It wasn't banned because they were just random movements.
So our people were like original hit makers.
Bro, like, it was more than that, eh? It wasn't just a hit.
No, because
Like,
they made it
had
catchy
to
enough.
hit and hit. You know what I mean?
But that's the best music, though.
Yeah, it's the best music. And kids can latch onto it so easy, man. Music is so important to pass on information from generation to generation because kids can remember music for the rest of their life. Like, once they remember when they're like 3 or 4, they'll never forget that tune.
Yeah.
And then like later on, the lyrics click. You know, oh shit, it was talking about that. So, it's this coconut because in the song it says, rah, 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 you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even now they take the song of Taiman Tila Whainga and they try and translate the song as to where is the tattooing from. You know what I mean? Because that song had information about Taiman Tila Whainga. Oh, they mentioned Fiti in the song. It must be Fiji, but it's actually Fiti. But see, in that one song itself, you know, the information, every song had information, every dance had information. So if you want to destroy the culture, destroy the songs, because the songs are these things that hold all the information. Yeah. And so they banned it. And then some things survived, right? And then they also had to change things in order to be allowed. For example, the tattoo. You know, the Samoan tattoo, they say it's for the chiefs, right? But when the colonizers came, it wasn't for chiefs. It was for everybody. So they compromised. Okay. Let's not ban it. Let's say only the chiefs get it. You know, so, you know, it's not just our people who have had to survive. It's our culture that's had to survive. And our people have been able to sort of like, you know, just change it a little bit just to get past these fucking palangis who want everything banned. And sometimes they successfully ban everything in Tonga, for example, like the tattoo, but it survives somewhere else in Samoa.